story. When I first came into this family that I married into, I just thought about this today. My first real experience with Dolly's oldest daughter, Gail, was really pretty much as I remembered, sitting around a table traveling through the hills of Scotland with single malt scotch. And the other one was riding around in LA with her husband saying, "Oh, you're a musician, you're old, I think you might like this." And he put on this thing and he goes, this is a story about Bobby, and this is Hamell on trial. And I listened to it, and I got a sense that something was really seriously wrong. And, as time went on, I got to know Ed, I got to know his music, and all I can say is that somebody who has in his top 5 list Joe Strummer and Bill Hicks is somebody who can move in. Yeah. In any event, he's a great guy. He's really offensive, and I'd like to think of him as a friend. No, he's a sweet man. Ladies and gentlemen, Hamell on trial.
I should tell you, for those of you that know me or familiar with the stuff, or maybe you YouTube me, and you saw that I told some jokes. I used to tell jokes, but I've been listening to recordings of the show, and I apologize. I no longer tell jokes, so if you paid for the jokes, you're anticipating funny stuff, I cut that out. And then, the poignant, heart-wrenching stories that I tell between the songs, I've been listening to those, and they go nowhere. Not linear or pragmatic, and so I've cut them out as well. And let's be frank, the songs aren't that fucking great. So what I got about 45 minutes of interpretive dance. One joke for the evening, but I think this is indicative of sort of an umbrella vibe. An elderly man is applying for a job, and interviewer says, "What do you think is your worst fault?" And the elderly man says, "Well, I think I'm too honest." And the interviewer says, "Well, I don't think honesty is a fault." And the old timer says, "I don't give a fuck what you think."
Heaven's walls are covered with frost. The gates are locked, the key's been lost. The snow in the drive, the shades are down. There's man in the box, but there's no one around. An angel smoke with snow on their wings, huddled in an LSD on some of those things you shouldn't say out loud, that no one should have. You take a look around and the meaning is clear, cause the phone is dead, the bills aren't paid. The housekeeper admits that she is afraid. There's people on the road with maps and flares. A convoy of trucks moves from there, and some are tip-tip but are turned away by a handwritten sign, no visitors today. A conference of saints meets in the hall, chats coffee and grapes and stands at the wall. Where have they gone? Don't bury your head, getting concerned that you might be sick. Evil, and when he's done, the silence from heaven is thinking this is no fun. He makes his way to heaven through the gates down the hall, pounding on the bigger door, there's nothing through the wall. And the moving men want someone to sign a representative says that everything is fine. When the TV camera's off, there's sweat on his brow. He wonders if purgatory has his resume by now. Where have you gone? Don't bury your head. getting concerned that you might be sick. In the shipping room, an old lady sits. If the whistle blows, she bends her head and quits. 10 miracles completed, it's been a busy day. She can't keep up the pace, but the work won't go away. Where have you gone? Don't bury your head. We're getting concerned that you might be sick.
Drug-related incidents that happened to me. And I know a lot of you are thinking, where can I go to Thursday night nap? And here I'm going, right fucking here. 3 absolutely true drug-related incidents that happened to me. Some of you may be thinking at this point, because I'll tell you a little story. My son and I have been going across the country. We left New York about 29 days ago, and we went down to doing gigs down in Atlanta, and then cut over through Nashville, Texas, Vegas, California, went up. And so now you're thinking, Jesus, you know, this guy, listen to his potty mouth, and to which I respond, don't fucking judge me. He's a straight A student. Yeah, and he's never heard the word before. No, he's never all. He knows more than you do, pal. Anyway. Oh, when you're young, when you are young, when you are young, you should have nothing more than fun. You should swim in every gutter. You should ravish every lover. You should torment every mother when you're young. When you are young, when you are young, when you are young, you should have nothing more than fun. You should snort into the sunrise, bleed through the whites of your eyes. You should never cross that distance when you're young. When you are old, when you are old, when you are old, 1,000 stories to be told. Oh, learning how to flop right, running every stoplight, making every cop fight when you're young. Now, when I was 21, I had little time for fun. I was balancing the college and the band. Now, driving home one day, I saw along my way 2 hitchhikers I picked up in my van. Oh, it seemed so very silly. They kept on saying chilly instead of saying cool. That was the word. Chilly that, chilly this, chilly hit, chilly miss. It seemed the oddest thing I'd ever heard. Well, out came the cannabis, and let me tell you this. They rolled a joint big as a redwood tree. Redwood tree's a big fucking tree. A shotgun on the menu, barely got them to their menu. Lost in the cloud of smoke, it consumed me. I was so high, I was chilly blind. I was lost my chilly mind. But I got them to the chilly place, they had the chilly steak. I said, thanks, boys, it was chilly. Yet nearly chilly killed me. But I was supposed to have a chilly fucking day. When you are young, when you are young, you should have nothing more than fun. Now you should dance into the dawn on the hotel lawn. All your clothes are gone when you're young. At 4 a.m. you lack that substance known as crack. You've been smoking for 3 days and you are blind. And you fall down on your knees, scan the carpet and say, please, just one more rock, I'll leave it all behind. Well, you know that it is gone. But then you stumble on a small rock. How could you have missed it? Your heart goes patter pitter. You know it's kitty litter, but you put it in your pipe. You can't resist it. We've all done it. We're Harvey's friends. Let us not be coy. I know my demographic. God is pressing matters. The Middle East is in tatters, and storms have our cities down the drain. But you've been good all year. Could he just see his way clear to turn that litter into rock cocaine? And as you bend the flame, you call the God by name. Lord God on high, have you got my back? Because in your fevered mind, he's turned water into wine. So could he just perform the miracle of the crack? When you are young, when you are young, when you are young, you should have nothing more than fun. Oh, you should dance into the dawn on the hotel lawn. All your clothes are gone when you're young. Now I was trading toast on the floor toward a coast with a friend who told me quite the tale. Although the fish weren't biting, he had an unusual sighting on a fishing trip when he set sail. Something caught his eyes when there, on the horizon, a suspicious box floated curiously. So he glanced in each direction, and sensing no detection, he brought it home to open it and see. It was an amazing sight. All this powder just off-white. He dipped a knife in, took a little snort. But much to his dismay, no reaction came his way. His cocaine wasn't done, I must report. But he kept on sifting through, and what I tell you is true. A crematorium medallion he had found. Absolutely, it's so fucking true. Absolutely true. I am Velcro for weird shit, people. And he let out a great cry. See, he had snorted a dead guy into the day it was lightly for his mind. When you are young, this shit has nothing more than fun. Oh, you never doubt that you can fly, never pause to wonder why, never thinking you will die when you're young. Hey, this is new. I did an album while we were in Vegas. I recorded a live album in front of a studio, audience similar to this, and no, I mean, you know, nice.
Not as good looking.
Nice, no, not as good looking. But anyway, this is a song just about parenting. Don't try to read anything more into it. I know a lot of you probably come, you have kids, or you're thinking about having children. You come to my shows for parenting tips.
Well, yeah.
Fuck you guys.
So the cop stopped roadblock for inspection stickers. Maybe it was hot, maybe the cop was assigned to the detail for punishment, maybe he had witnessed some domestic violence shit last night that once again made him lose faith in humanity. I don't know, and I don't care, because he's an asshole and he's pissy, he's barking orders in front of my 10-year-old, who's now scared thinking the cops are something to be feared. Hey, fuckface, I'm trying to teach my kid there's some authority that needs to be respected, but we have no respect for you. Now I'm trying to teach him to not get shot. So at the 7-Eleven, my kid's getting in the car with his big gulp and his hot dog, and he leaves the door open while he gets things adjusted. Cop pulls up trying to get into space next to us, and he blasts his siren. My kid jumps, smashes his foot in the door as the cop struts by, not smiling, not saying he's sorry, just trying to look all macho and garner the respect he never got in high school. Hey, fuckface, I'm trying to teach my kid there's some authority that needs to be respected, but we have no respect for you. Now I'm trying to teach him to not get shot. Skateboard park in Chappaqua. Rumor has it the cops were supposed to get a raid, but a skateboard park got built instead. Cop buzzing around like flies on shit, harassing kids, so they finally shut it down. It just wasn't worth it. I was there when it was closed, reading the bulletin board with my 10-year-old. Cop threw us out. I said, you don't have anything better to do? He said, what did you say? I said, listen, you fucking idiot. Know at the end of your life you've done nothing righteous. You're a worthless piece of shit. Actually, I didn't say that because I didn't want to get shot. But what I should have said was, hey, fuckface, I'm trying to teach my kid there's some authority that needs to be respected, but we have no respect for you. Now I'm trying to teach him to not get shot. Three cops coming in our building from the rear looking all serious as we're coming in. My son says, why are they here? This makes me nervous. So I say, excuse me, you're coming in the building. This makes my son nervous. Thinking, but not saying, because I don't want to get shot. Would it kill you to reassure the kid while you're hanging around? And one of the cops says, we're the good guys. I don't know what alternative planet you're living on, but you're definitely not the good guys. Hey, fuckface, I'm trying to teach my kid there's some authority that needs to be respected, but we have no respect for you. Now I'm trying to teach him to not get shot. And I'm white.
This is the newest album, the title track from my newest album. And the deal is on this one, oddly enough for all my wise guys shenanigans, there's no irony in the title. I actually am the happiest man in the world. And I know, it's hard. But the deal is my son and I, Detroit is his name, and he'll come up here and tell you some jokes later. But he, good. But me and his mom were married for 23 years, and we were together for like 27 years. And I've been sober for 27 years. Do you see any correlating numbers there? Anyway, but we split up about 5 years ago, which was not a good thing. But now the good news is we're very good friends, and we're good parents to a great kid. I'm not saying I understand the fucking shit. I'm just telling you. Anyway, so well, he was up there in Harvey's house. And very confessional. It got weird. We all got nervous and funny with the anal sex jokes. But then he started talking about his personal life, and I wanted to get the fuck out. It was still light out, and we couldn't sneak out. And I was going for the turkey meatballs. We haven't sung happy birthday to Tina yet, so we gotta stick it out while this asshole cries about his ex-wife. No, just kidding. Well, I'm broker than broke, and it's all up in smoke. I got a joke. And I tell you this joke because I don't understand, but I don't want anybody here to interpret this as misogynist. I've never had a complaint yet, but I'm always worried. So I have a very pro-women joke, because I'm a Libra, I need balance. And I'll tell you this, you know what it else I should tell you parenthetically is, and this is important to everything you're going to hear tonight. When I was in 9th grade, a very dear friend of mine got a hold of a bag of organic mescaline, about this big, which we were going to put in capsules and sell, but we didn't. So I pretty much tripped everything from 9th grade to 12th. So a lot of my thought pattern is not linear or pragmatic. It's sort of impressionistic or surreal. So depending on where you're sitting in the room, like in the front, it's like, what? In the back, it makes sense to us. So anyway, here's the joke. I think that this, so a guy wins the $1 million lottery. And he immediately gives the entire amount away to charity. And the next time he's praying, the Lord appears and says, you know, that was such a selfless and generous act. I don't typically do this, but I would like to grant your wish. And the guy said, boy, he said, I live in New York, and I'm obsessed with Hawaii, the culture, the climate, the food. Would be any possibility? I'm petrified to fly. Petrified. Could you build a bridge, maybe, from New York to Hawaii, and then I could drive at my leisure? And the Lord says, well, I could do this, but logistically, this would be a nightmare. We'd have to put people out of their homes, people could die during the construction. Would you have a second wish? And the guy said, I've always wanted to understand women. And God said, would you like the bridge 2 lanes? Before I get into this, so here's the pro-women joke. You can tell us tomorrow at work later. So a woman, she's happy, she's very happy, and she's naked, and she's jumping up and down in the bed, and her husband comes in, why are you so happy? She said, I was just at the doctor, and the doctor told me that I have the breasts of a 20-year-old woman. And the husband says, did he mention your 40-year-old ass? She said, no, your name didn't come up. Well, I'm broker than broke, and it's all up in smoke. I got 0. Gambled and beat, no shoes on my feet, I ain't no hero. My luck is on the lost at a horrible cost, and I'm down. Held the ground and viewed as unsound. I gotta say I'm the happiest man in the world. When you ain't got nothing, they ain't got nothing they can take away. I got all the time in the world to check out this gorgeous day. Ain't got no cell phone, bill collectors, leave me alone. I ain't got no unaffordable mortgage, I'm no unaffordable home. And I gotta say I'm the happiest man in the world. Well, look at my friends, they're all like jewels, I'm rich. Some people get power, they act like fools, I never switch. Sitting on a park bench loving the sun. Ain't got a fucking nickel, but it sure is fun. And I gotta say I'm the happiest man in the world. I went to the ATM
ATM when I woke and almost choked when his folks said, "You are broke, financially depleted. Your money is deleted, like your hairline, it has receded." It continued to speak and said, "It's bleak, your troubles are peak," but it offered a solution, a bit of restitution. This ATM was a machine with the means, filled with the means to pay for my dreams. I said, "Oh, you're giving me chills. Spit out the bills. I need a tower of gold, the contents of a king's billfold. I need the treasure and the pirate's hold. I need cash, hard and cold. I'm insatiable from what I've been told. I need the profits of a corporation sold. If I could be so bold, what Wall Street stole, and enough dough to buy rolls, and hand to their clothes, and mansions and islands that I chose. And I don't want to die. I want my body to be froze. Security that'll never dose. Live sculpture in a perpetual pose. I want the ability to buy and sell men's souls. I want to be bathed in velvet from my head to my toes. I want my teeth capped in gold, so when the light goes out, my head ain't closed. Now, no sooner had I spoken than the ATM spit out a bus token. Said, "Here's the situation. You'll be taking public transportation." I was incredulous. This was an insult off the charts. I said, "What do I look like? Cinderella of the Walmart?" I felt like a clown as I drove through the town in the bus in the back. I thought I had riches, but I didn't have jack. And I in the street, trying to comprehend my defeat. And who did I spy with my little eye? But Sheena, with a new life complete. See, she had done time for a serious crime, but after incarceration, she had given her life a new interpretation by ringing the bell for the salvation of souls. And when they hear the bell toll, they know they have receipt of a place to eat and a place to warm their feet. And I said, "Look at my friend Sheena. Ain't she an angel? Righteously sweet. Her life could have been for naught. Her resurrection was hard fought." And here comes Bobby. He's off the pipe. He should have been dead, we all thought. He was up to his neck. He was a wreck. He kept it in check with a sense of humor. He had us laughing at his antics, even through a tumor. And I hope he hangs on to his health, because roaring at his glorious stories adds to my wealth. And there's Jennifer. She's working, clerking. She's also on the pole. Got the young boys jerking. That's no judgment berserking. Homeless was lurking. She's got a special needs child, so she does it all with a smile, bordering on smirking. You know, I think it's safe to say that I had an epiphany that day. Look at all my friends, barely employed, maintaining their integrity, not null and void, inspirational, conversational. These are the things that I've enjoyed. I've seen beggars with the stature of kings. I've seen homeless sharing as if they had wings. And other things, like patience on death's door, smiling more, not knowing what's in store. I saw with clarity, charity, and a humble me galore. And I went back to that ATM again and I requested an encore. Because sometimes you gotta open up your eyes and see what life is truly for. And that ATM didn't gloat. Said, "Oh, you ain't really broke. You're rich as a king. You just ain't got no money. That's the thing." No more shit you got, no more shit you got to break. Put down that cell phone. Talk to me face to face. I'm checking out people, loving their ways. Ain't been broken in all my days. And I gotta say, I'm the happiest man in the world. And I gotta say, I'm the happiest man in the world. And I gotta say, happiest man in the world. Chris Carter's looking at me going, "You shouldn't drink that shit."
No, he's not. Say Jennifer rocks.
This is that love song from the new album. And then we'll bring my boy out and he'll tell you some jokes. So you'll know that it's all good. I can't live without you, baby. Don't you know I don't try. I can't live without you, baby. Don't you know I just as soon die. All the shitholes we had, where the drinking was mad, all the mirrors we smashed, all the cars that we crashed. Ain't that love?
that love? Ain't that you once told me that I brought home every parole felon in town. And I laughed when you told me that you thought they were a blast to have round. All the mornings on coke, all the years we were broke, all the love until dawn, like a war raging on. Ain't that love? Ain't that love? Ain't that there's no other for me that I can talk to. I know we've been screaming, it's a thing we'll get through. And let's grow old together, baby. Don't you know we've made it this far? Let's grow old together, baby. We already are. All the years we've been wet, all our friends that are dead, all the dreams that came true, all the ones yet to do. Ain't that love? Ain't that love? Ain't that love? Detroit Hamell. He's got a good FedEx joke. He's got a tip cup out there. He's saving up for a movie camera. If you had a quarter to put it in there, I think you were all right. Detroit, is he there? Where is he?
Here he comes.
You little shit.
Give him hell, sailor.
A FedEx guy rings the doorbell, a 10-year-old kid comes out. He has a scotch in one hand and a cigarette in another, and he's wearing women's underwear. The FedEx guy says to parents to him, the kid says, "What do you think?"
You gotta be a little sharper for that one. You're doing great, rock on.
There are two 10-year-old kids smoking at a bus stop. A man in a truck pulls in. He's about middle-aged. He said, kids shouldn't be doing that. You get diseases and cancer, and you could die from doing that." And one of the kids said, "My grandfather lived till he was 90 years old." The man in the truck said, "Oh yeah, was he a smoker?" The kid said, "No, but he minded his own business." I've got a new one.
You're killing him.
I've got a new one, so if I mess it up, sorry.
That's right, bring it.
3 men go out in the woods.
You're good.
3 men go out in the woods to hunt and they get lost and they need to find food after a while. So the first man says, "All right, I'm going to go out and get food." So within an hour he comes back with a deer over his shoulder. They're all surprised, like, "How did you do this?" The guy said, "I find tracks, I follow tracks, I find deer." So a week goes by, they eat the whole deer. The second guy says, "All right, it's my turn to go out and get food." He goes out, within an hour he comes back with an elk over his shoulder. They're very surprised, like, "How did you do this?" The man said, "I find tracks, I follow tracks, I find elk." So the third guy's starting to get a little cocky. He's thinking, if these guys can get these two animals, he can get something way better than them. So a week goes by, they eat the whole elk. The man goes out. 9 hours goes by, and he finally comes back. He's all torn up, bandages, ripped, blood, everything. They're like, "What happened?" He said, "I find tracks, I follow tracks, I get hit by a train."
You got a kid, I got a kid. Are you gonna tell him the things you did? Tell him the truth about your sordid youth. Now if he wants to know, did you do blow? Did you get high? the stereo. Now, cops, when's the first time you did a drug crime? I smoked my first J on my 11th birthday. At high school exams, how'd you stay up to read? The kid across the street dealt excellent speed. Were classes boring? Is mine up to date? And most of the time I was tripping, so I really can't say. And Dad, let's see how truthful you are. Were you ever high behind the wheel of a car? Man, I thought I was flying a 747. When I sold that car, they scraped it for resin. And Dad recorded, Mom, how'd you make your own? Now we drink a lot of vodka and we do methadone. So when he asked me about my past, did I get high? I've been seriously thinking about my reply. I'm gonna lie, 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 lie. Dad, did you do drugs? No way. Dad, did you ever do with any woman besides Mom? Did you ever see that Fellini movie, Satiricon? I was 13 the first time, so good I couldn't speak. They should have wrapped me in a hefty bag and drained me twice a week. And Dad, what's the kinkiest that you ever got? There was a mother and daughter upstate that were crazy stupid hot. There was this girl and her dog, we won't get into that. There was these 3 dominatrixes in a one-room flat. A couple times in a church pew, that was a heavenly thing. There was a girl named Ruth in the booth of the Burger King. My wife's eating a hole through me with her evil eye. My kids got inquiries, they want an honest reply. I'm gonna lie, 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 lie. Dad, did you have premarital sex? Absolutely not. Now come the tough questions that is going to ask. I'll prosecute her, say the hard stuff will ask, Dad, you ever steal from the store when you didn't have the bucks? Hey, from what I remember, most of the stuff just fell off of trucks. Dad, did you ever own a gun? Wasn't like I had a license for one. And Dad, did you ever steal an automobile for fun? The owners wouldn't have wanted it when we got done. And Dad, I heard you bartended in a place that dealt crack. We were just making sure our clientele would come back. It's a funny line, fuckers. Give it up. He wasn't true. I looked him in the eye. I set a good example. Ooh, I'm that kind of guy. Gonna lie, 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 lie. Dad, you ever do anything bad? Fuck no. Anybody out there that has a dream, maybe you're an artist or a musician, or if you're a poet. If you're a poet, God bless you if you're a poet. And my toupee is off to you, God bless. If you do it because you love it, and you ain't gonna make no money, and it's righteous. But anyway, inventor, an anarchist, anybody with a dream that has to work that line-level job with that boss that you fucking hate for year after year. I was visited by angels. They rested their head on my shoulder. They said, you will have many bosses in this life, and you will want to murder them. But don't. It had come to this. I was living in Texas. I was looking at 40. I was delivering pizzas. The manager was 19 years old. He was new. And he didn't know the rules. Rule number 1, I know how to do my job. Leave me alone. Rule number 2, I know how to do my fucking job. Leave me the fuck alone. I had a friend that worked there, a Texas native, same age as me. He had a job working for the state, doing environmental law violation, righteous work, busting big corporations. He was going through a divorce, so he was supplementing his income by working at the pizza shop. He couldn't understand why the boss got under my skin. The boss's name was Chris. He had red hair and a lot of pimples. You know the expression, beat him like a redheaded stepson? They wrote it for him. He liked to imitate Ice Cube and say stuff like biatch and dioc. It sounded really stupid coming out of his mouth. When you weren't delivering pizzas, you had to do work around the store, folding boxes, mopping floors, bussing tables. Chris was reading about me a little bit in the local press, so he got a big kick out of trying to order me around, especially if there was a pretty girl at the register. One day, I was cleaning dough trays. A chimp could clean dough trays. Not a genius chimp, not an astronaut chimp, a fucking retard chimp. Chris came up behind me and he stared. He said, the dough trays were clean yesterday. Make sure you get the corners. My brain went hot and fuzzy like a burrito that's been left in the microwave for an hour. I find that certain members of the audience respond to that line more than others because they did or do currently smoke a shitload of pot. And they're going to go home tonight and they're going to put a burrito in the microwave. And they think they're going to press 60 seconds, but the reality is they're going to press 60 minutes. And half an hour later, and you smell something burning, think of me. I had to do something, my head was on fire. So I grabbed Chris by the dick, and I held hard, and I didn't let go. You know, there's a very good possibility in light of both his personality and his looks, no one had ever touched Chris's dick before. He was a dick-touch virgin, and now the first person it had was a 40-year-old bald guy with a red polyester pizza uniform. I didn't stop there. I paraded Chris out to the dining room where I announced to both the clientele and my fellow co-workers, hey, you want to get Chris to shut up? Grab him by the dick, he'll jump like a roach from deep down. Chris never talked to me again, but my same-age Texas native friend said, hey, Ed, you keep kissing ass like that, you're going to make management. I worked there another 3 months. I got signed to Mercury Records the same week I got Employee of the Month. Chris stole $100 out of the night deposit bag and got fee-ired. Thank the angels.